Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Elektra Yao, artist, visa lawyer, and entertainment lawyer. Today started off as a rainy day, but we're not going to let that dampen or damper our day today. I wanted to talk about something that I think is really important. And I want to really hone in my theory and my law firm philosophy about strategy. So I want to talk about who is considered an artist or who's considered a creative professional. Because oftentimes people are confused about what an artist is and what a creative professional is, and whether or not their professional title fits in for the artist visa. So let's start off by saying that the term artist is not really defined, or we have very limited guidance on what an artist is. This is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing because you don't have like a list of, who qualify or who's an artist or who's not an artist. But the good thing is that you can define the artist. So I always say, like, who is an artist or a creative professional? And the truth is, the secret is, I define it. I define it within my petitions, and I'm able to do this based on understanding what my clients do, what they want to do, and how I craft their petition. So the short answer is, who an artist or creative professional is, it is basically who I choose to define as that in their petition. If I believe that they are a creative professional and they utilize artistry, creativity to really serve their clients and meet their future goals. So I know I talk a lot about performers and I talk a lot about designers because that's something that's easily recognizable as an artist or creative professional. So let's talk about certain professional titles that maybe some people would qualify as technical and business, but I qualify as artistic and creative. So let's talk about an architect. An architect very often by other attorneys is not filed under the artist visa. I always file architects under the artist visa, and I'll tell you why. I do it because I know a lot about architecture. My husband is an engineer and a designer. My parents renovated their house growing up. I grew up with Architectural Digest. I still read Architectural Digest. It gets sent to my house every month. So I know a lot about how architects understand a space, a room, a building, and how they choose to transform it. So I understand the technical aspects of it, which there are, and I also understand the creative endeavor and the creative exercise that is undergone to architect or design a room, a building, etc. Many attorneys file architects as O1As. I file them as O1Bs because I focus on the creativity and the artistry and the conceptualization that the architect undergoes, that exercise that the architect undergoes to craft that room. Let's take another profession that lots of other attorneys will classify as O1As. I file them almost all the time as artist visas. Marketing. So marketing experts, marketing specialists, digital marketers. I actually got a question about this the other day. Someone asked me if I work with digital marketers. I do work with digital marketers all the time. And I have made the argument successfully many times that in order to be a successful marketing specialist or marketing expert, you really need to be creative in understanding the branding and understanding the mission and understanding, for example, the colors, the manipulation of the audience, how to deliver an image, how to present the image. All of that thought process requires a lot of creativity, a lot of thinking outside of the box, and a lot of artistry, because choosing the right colors or choosing the right message or choosing how to position everything is a creative endeavor. The same thing with interpreters. Certain people try to certain attorneys maybe will classify an interpreter or a writer as an O1A, somebody who is a technical or business. I file them as artists because I successfully argue, or have successfully argued, and will continue to argue, that the manipulation of words, that the ability to put certain words together or to find the right translation is an artistic endeavor, because words have different meanings or different words to use different things. And that creative strategy of utilizing certain words to make a thought process come out or to make an idea come out is something that is very, very creative. I always align creative thinking with critical thinking. And that's how I'm able to file architects, marketing specialists and experts, digital marketers, writers, translators, interpreters as artists, because I argue the creative aspect of what they do. I don't focus on the technical. And I focus on that process, right? I focus on how they make that thing come alive, how they make their work come alive. And that's how I'm able to argue creativity. And that's why I always argue that I am a creative lawyer, because I always figure out of the box solutions to make sure that my clients win. So to answer the question that I started off the video with in the beginning, who is an artist or a creative professional? The secret is I define it. I define if you are an artist or a creative professional. I'm the one who architects your case. And I can only do that if we start off working together with a strategy session, with me really, really understanding what you do and why your work is so creative. So it's a little bit, for me, very exciting, because I love having these conversations with artists and creative professionals. And it's very abstract and conceptual, but I love figuring out different solutions to make sure my clients are approved and that my clients can work in their field and make sure that they reach the highest heights. And I want to do that with the right visa category. And sometimes if you stop at the first question, and if you are the type of attorney that doesn't investigate and dig in, you will not figure out the right facts to be able to classify somebody who is a marketing specialist, who right off the bat might sound like a technical person, as somebody that's artistic. Because remember, creative thinking is also critical thinking, and creative endeavors are also critical endeavors. So that's how I conceptualize who is an artist. These are the conversations that I have with my clients. But the truth is, I'm the one who defines an artist. I define it in the immigration forms. I define it with how I characterize my clients in the attorney cover letter. I define it when I'm writing the testimonial letters. I make those decisions. I make that decision for USCIS. I don't even give immigration the opportunity to question whether an architect is somebody who's technical. Just because an architect reads and understands and implements plans doesn't mean that he or she is not undergoing creative, strategic, artistic thinking to create that room, building, etc. So if you are unsure about whether or not you are an artist or a creative professional, then you need to call me and we need to have a discussion so that you can understand, or I can help you understand, whether or not you are an artist or a creative professional and you can apply for the artist visa. I love having these conversations. I love making sure that I can give you the right answer. So like I said, who is an artist or a creative professional? I'm the one who makes that decision with you. So I will be back at 2:30 for our entertainment law discussion. And today we're going to be talking about trademarks. We're going to be talking about why it's important for you to have a trademark, how to file a trademark, and the benefits of having a trademark for your artistic or creative career. Oh, one more thing before I go. I just popped into my head. Certain professions, again, technical. I'm thinking of gamers, for example. People who are gamers, it is true they're playing video games, but that is a creative endeavor as well, because they're making very creative decision in terms of what their strategy is to win the game or to design that game. So I will see you today at 2:30. We're going to be talking about trademarks, why you need them, how to apply, and if you have any questions, send them to me beforehand. I will see you later today at 2:30.